Welcome to the first episode of Let's Talk. We are your hosts,
Sadie
and Joe.
This is a show breaking the taboos regarding gender, sex, sexuality, and everything that falls in between.
We hope that you'll learn something new today.
For our very first episode, we wanted to cover a topic that is very important to understand, and which everyone should know about. Joe, do you have anything to add before we begin?
No, I'm just not feeling it right now.
Okay, that's fine.
But in all seriousness, let's start. The formal definition of consent is permission for something to happen or agreement to do something. But what does that mean? We're here to explain.
Let's give a real-world example. Zoe and Jake have been dating on and off for about a month. One night, they go out to a party. They leave and decide to go back to Zoe's place. Jake is very drunk and engages in sex with Zoe despite her protests. Jake argues that even if he might not have had non-consensual sex with Zoe, it's not his fault because of how drunk he was. He believes he was so drunk he didn't even know he was having sex with her, let alone that it was something she did not want.
Jake has committed rape. Being drunk is not an excuse for non-consensual sex. If being drunk was considered an excuse, people could be excused for a drunken bar fight, domestic abuse, or even simply drunk driving.
Let's provide another example. When Claudia and Valentina first met, their relationship was tumultuous. At first, Valentina didn't want to have sex because she wanted to wait until she felt ready. She kept trying to convince her. She implied that if Valentina did not sleep with her, she would break up with her. Valentina gave in and had sex with Claudia. Several months after speaking with some friends, she realized she had been coerced. To summarize, anything other than an absolutely affirmative yes the first time you ask is not consent. If you have to pressure or coerce someone to say yes, if you have to ask multiple times before they do, if they say sure or maybe or anything other than an enthusiastic yes, even if you or the other person was drunk, they do not consent, and non-consensual sex is rape.
Consenting to engage in sexual activity is the act of agreeing to it. It is not, however, an agreement to participate in all sexual activity. Therefore, if someone agrees to kissing and fondling, it does not indicate that they are open to oral or penetrative sex.
Let's talk about some other aspects that consent applies to that aren't just surrounding sexual situations.
Have you ever had someone touch your hair without asking and you didn't like it?
Or maybe someone gave you a hug when you didn't really want one.
Consent is something that is part of day-to-day interactions.
No one deserves to be uncomfortable. In addition, say, giving someone a hug without asking could be traumatic to victims of rape or those who suffer from anxiety and many other conditions.
And it's not just that. They could just not be wanting a hug or to be touched at all.
So, in short, just ask. So, we just want to remind you all that this is a safe space, and if you ever have any questions, you're welcome to ask either one of us.
We're going to be putting up anonymous question boxes around the school. If you want to leave a question, you can find the boxes outside the counselor's room, outside the newsroom, the teen health center, and outside the gender-neutral bathrooms.
And pen and paper will be provided. You don't have to put your name. It's completely anonymous. Mm-hmm. And we will answer them with research and as best our abilities.
Yeah. You can also just direct message us on Instagram if you feel like it. And we're also going to be working on putting together an anonymous online survey at some point. Yeah. So the link will be down in the description when we're done with that.
Yeah, great. Thanks for watching. See you next time.